Are you sure we're ready for this? Kinda.
Yeah, man, I'm positive. Just do me a favor and see if you can you pull the boom, like, up a tiny bit? Okay, check. Can you hear me? Mixer, how does that sound? Alright. Test. Okay, Clausen.
Clausen! Yeah, what's going on?
I wanted to know if... Do you want to do the intro?
Well, I don't think I'm ready for something like that yet.
No, I think you're golden. Just come here. Alright, sit in front of this. Okay, just sit right there. Alright, you've heard the show before. Just do the intro, just like you normally would. Alright, if you're positive. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the TechnoPod, the awe-inspiring intergalactic adventures of Ryan, Master Clausen and Typewriter. I, of course, am Master Clausen, and I'm Typewriter. In today's show, we're going to be talking about Mies in all their splendor and might. We have a special guest on the show today, somebody that doesn't get a lot of airtime, our friend Spark.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, Spark. What's going on, man? How have you been?
Hungry? I want to hear about Mies.
Well, good, because you're going to hear a lot about them. Ryan...
Can you cook them?
Oh, well, I don't know if we... No. We're not talking about cooking them or anything. That's savagery. The moose is a sacred thing. It's a beautiful creature with many powers beyond human comprehension. Okay, but if you wanted to cook it, could you? I mean, Spark wants to know.
I'll eat it raw.
Well, no, you can't, because it's you're no... Okay, there's no eating of the moose or meat or any kind of combination of those. You have...
Alright, I'm bored.
Oh my god. Typewriter, can you take this over or something? This is already going horribly. Okay, let's juggle. Let's fucking juggle for the audience. Okay, that was dumb.
E.T.'s not here. Can I eat his burrito?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't give a shit. Okay, I'm gonna sing a song. Here we go. Welcome to the best show in the world. Everybody loves it, 'cause E.T.'s not here.
Hey guys, I'm back from my twerking lessons. I'm ready to do the show now. I hope I'm not too late.
No, man, not at all. Welcome, dude. We've been waiting for you.
What's happening in here?
We wanted to do a round table discussion about how awesome you are, so I got everybody down here. We wanted to also record it. We just wanted to, go back and forth, just kind of doing a 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3 thing, kind of talking about how spectacular you are as a host, as a DJ, as a person. So yeah, that's all we've been doing.
I really appreciate that.
That's
I look
no problem.
forward to hearing that.
Yeah.
Clausen, can you? I mean, that's my chair.
Desk. Sorry about that. Yeah. Let me just. Go ahead. Sit down.
That's no problem. Why is my desktop background changed to a picture of a moose?
Oh, that's just I did that for you.
In the background.
Okay, I figured that you would like to have a little bit of culture on the show, so I did that for you, so you could look at it while you're thinking up ideas and all that.
All right,
I'm gonna go have a little bit of maple syrup, so I'll be back a little later.
That's no problem. Just let me log in here. Why is my mouse all sticky?
Okay, E.T. Okay, hold on.
Why is my chair sticky?
Hold on, dude. Wait, just relax. Clausen
is this maple syrup?
Brought maple... Exactly. Okay, see? When you freak out, nothing gets resolved. Clausen brought some maple syrup in here. He was drinking it, and it spilled all over the place. And we tried to clean it up. I said, you can't do that to E.T. He's the nicest guy on the planet. How dare you? And he was just like, oh, I agree. And then Spark came in and he was like, oh my god, I agree. So we tried to wipe it down. What?
I could lick all the syrup up. It's delicious.
Yeah, it's
that's
really good.
That's okay. I'll just let me see if I can still type. Okay, half the keys are sticking. Well, that's fine. I don't need to be able to type to do the show.
Oh my
god. I was only gone for like an hour.
Yeah, we know. That's why we were like, what are we gonna do without ET for an hour? How do you live without ET for an hour? So we kind of got together and did this whole thing, and now you're back, and we're happier than ever.
Okay, well, I'm a little bit bummed out about all of this maple syrup. I mean, it's getting all over.
Hold on. Let me get you something. Let me wait right here.
I didn't have time to change after.
Give me 2 seconds. Not literally, but just give me 2 seconds. Hold on.
Okay. Jeez, it's everywhere. How can one person be so sticky? So Spark, what's going on? Well, typewriter.
All right, there you go. Just sit down in that one.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
All right. This is a normal person's chair. It's not my fancy, expensive one, but
I'll get it cleaned out for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. Well, this is okay. I'm slightly bummed out, but I know we need to start doing the show. But
yeah.
Real quick, has there been any packages delivered for me? I've been waiting on a new drum machine. It's really expensive. It's supposed to arrive. I expected to maybe see it when I came back.
When did you? What do you mean you ordered a?
Well, it's a new drum machine. It's pretty expensive, and it was supposed to be delivered by SPS about maybe an hour ago. I thought maybe he'd ring the bell and you would pick it up and bring it into the studio for me while I was gone.
Funny story. All right, let's go way back, about 45 minutes ago.
Okay.
I see an SPS truck, and I'm like, man, that's gotta be ET's package. Because I didn't order anything, and I know nobody else did, because they don't have access to the SPS account. So, I go up to him, and I said, sir, do you have any packages? And he said, let me check. So I see that in the back of his truck, there's a bunch of broken boxes. Like, obviously, he didn't pay any attention to how he was loading them. So he gives me a big box that says your name on it, but it's all crushed up. So I said, excuse me, sir, what's your name? And he said, it's Kevin. And I said, well, Kevin, you can do me a favor, shove this box into your ass, and walk back home, because you are a piece of shit for destroying property that does not belong to you. And not only does it not belong to you, but it belongs to the greatest interstellar DJ of all time. So Kevin fucking threw the box out, and now it's somewhere Major Tomming it out there in the fucking vastness of this nebula. That's the whole thing.
I don't know what to say. First the maple syrup.
Here, hold on. Chill. Just have a Zap Energy. Just take this.
Thank you.
After the show, I am going to call SPS.
No. Screw them. They've been smashing our packages for the past 5 weeks. Let's call their service desk right now.
Okay.
I am pissed off. Normally I would just write an email and politely ask them to fix the problem, but I'm beyond that. I'm mad. I'm pissed off.
All right.
You hear me?
All right.
I'm calling them in. I'm going to get somebody. I'm going to call manager or something. Surely they have a complaints department. I'm going to give them an earful.
All right. Well,
Mixer, get SPS on the line, please. It's ringing.
Yeah.
Hello? SPS?
Hello?
Yes?
Is this SPS?
Speak a little louder.
I said, is this SPS?
Well, of course it is. Who else would it be? How are you?
Well, I need to talk to the complaints department because I am so mad. We've been having packages smashed for like the past month with this new driver.
I can't believe it. Your packages, the one thing you would expect to go right in your life, have been smashed for the past 5 weeks?
Yeah?
This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. At SPS, we have a very strict hiring policy. And we take our job very seriously, sir. And we do not want you to have to hinge on a driver's poor ability. I'm so sorry. I wish I could just take it all back.
It's okay,
Dear God
man.
of the cosmos, relieve me of this horrible grudge.
I'm
Oh
so
my
sorry.
God.
No,
I'm gonna go get
it's
a
okay.
razor blade.
It's okay.
Someone,
It's
please.
not.
What?
It's okay. I mean, there's no need to to cry about it. I mean, it was just some packages. I'm sure that I could reorder them or something.
But they were your packages.
Yeah. I mean, but I just please don't cry. I mean,
But I'm responsible for this.
no, it wasn't you. It was our driver, the Kevin, I think his name is.
Oh, Kevin. My own grandson.
He's your grandson?
He has been a handful. And I told his mother, I said when he was born, this boy is going to be too much to handle. And I told her, give it up for adoption, Casey, because he's going to be too much. But she didn't listen. I am going to personally fire Kevin and fire myself and dig my own grave today.
I'm sorry that I didn't get your name, but
Marie.
Marie, you
Marie
sound
Pond
so
Shacklesworth.
Don't fire yourself or dig your own grave. That sounds terrible. I just wanted to offer this complaint and just maybe mention it to him and ask him to please, if he could do a little bit better job. That's all. It's not a big deal at all. I mean, I'm sorry that I've wasted your time. Even I didn't mean to call you while you were busy baking cookies for your grandson.
Don't worry. So you would just like to file a complaint?
Yeah, that's all.
I'll write it down right now. Thank you for calling SPS. Have a nice day.
Bye. Wait a minute.
Jesus, man, you made her fucking cry.
Was I just tricked?
What? How? You made that old lady cry, you fucking asshole. Now you're saying that she's tricking you?
I think I need a break.
Alright, let's just take a break. We have to get on with the story anyways.
I'm sorry. I feel really bad.
Fuck, man. You made her cry. We'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, E.T. has had a bit to cool down. He has paid his penance for making that old woman cry. And now we're finally going to get into the real meat of the show. The reason, the origin story of how E.T. became such a heartless, old woman heart-killing asshole.
That's not true.
I'm just fucking with you. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Oh my god, I felt so bad. Okay.
Me too. Well, let's see. I guess we kind of need a refresher for anybody. I mean, if you're just tuning in now, maybe going back to the first episode and listening through would be better.
Well, that's a good refresher, but let's say people have already watched or listened to the show. Give them 5 sentences that sum up the last 5 episodes.
5 sentences.
You can do this. Put me in, coach.
Do you want to give them the previously?
I don't fucking know what happened. I was drunk the whole time.
I remember what happened.
Whoa.
Spark, I almost forgot you were here. Where were you?
Jesus,
I ran out of chips.
Oh, you ate.
Oh, so you came back.
Yeah.
Wait, you ate all 5 bags?
If you call those bags,
They're fucking 80 pounds!
well, I call it fun size.
Okay, Spark. All right, I'll give the recap. Let's see. We had crash landed on Everidge after running from Spark's evil brother. We were forced to fight a giant squid in a coliseum before we met the mysterious typewriter, who is no relation to the typewriter on the show here now, right?
Correct. Yep.
Still not? Okay. What? So then we lived in peace amongst the squid people, where I taught many squid babes how to love. And then one fateful day, we heard about the recall on all of the robots, which happened to be the model that Mixer is. And let's see, all the new ones were coming to take Mixer back.
Oh.
And I think that's where we left off.
Yeah, that was perfect.
So let's see, we were, the Squid King, Squidsathoth, he decided that they would go into their underground area. They have it's hard to explain. It's like a giant underground city that they live in whenever they're not living in the city on top, because every half a year or something it becomes unbearable to live on the surface of their planet. So they have this,
right. It's like a sun bunker.
Typical stuff like that. Yeah.
Typical space civilization. I mean, this is 101, guys. If you don't know this, go back to kindergarten.
Right. I mean, it's just...
I didn't mean that in a bad way. I just meant you should really go back to kindergarten because this is important to know.
Yeah, and coloring is fun, too.
Dude, that shit is so good. I'll never get over it.
Wait.
But go on.
So everybody is filing down into this tunnel, and they're about ready to close the great door and leave Spark and Mixer and I on the doorstep. I guess as a sacrifice to the horde of robots coming for us.
Of course.
And there's all these squid babes crying and throwing themselves on the ground, trying to convince the king to let me come with them. And of course they're drug away by some of the guards and stuff. And as the great door is closing, typewriter kind of stepped up, and he gave me some encouraging words just before the door closed. Do you remember?
I think I remember what he said. Yes. Man, what was it? Oh, yeah. Don't worry, bro, you'll be okay.
And it rang true.
Truly, I mean, you're okay.
Yeah, well, don't
now,
spoil
I mean.
it. I mean,
Well, yeah, I mean, I think but I think like they know that you're not dead if like we're talking now. So I don't want to give it away, but like at the same time, like
It's still the illusion.
Oh, I get you. Okay. So we don't know what happened.
Right. Yeah. So, but I mean, it was encouraging at the time.
For sure.
Whether I lived or died at the end of this story.
Yeah. Like, and we have no idea.
So the great door swings shut, and there's Spark.
Yeah, it sucked.
I know, we were pretty scared. We weren't sure what to do. And I kind of turned to Mixer, and I was like, well, man, do you have a plan or any idea? And we looked straight into each other's eyes, and is a very dramatic scene. And he kind of reached out, and he handed me something. And I looked down, and it was probably the most badass pistol that anybody has ever seen. And I mean, I'm looking down at it, I'm holding it, I'm just kind of taking in what this means, because I don't think ever in Mixer's life, before or after this, has he ever given up a gun. And I mean, at that time, I just realized how much it meant. And I looked, and I turned it over in my hand, and I read the side of it. It was called the Knuckle Duster. And it was just badass looking pistol, I guess. And I looked back up at Mixer, and I was like, thanks, man. And he said,
no problem.
And that's when I knew, also because of typewriters encouraging words as well, but I knew that we would probably be okay. And then I kind of looked, and Mixer was carrying around the Zap cannon, of course, which is a massive gun. And I was kind of like, hey man, I mean, can you just blast all of the robots with that gun? Would that be a good strategy? And he kind of like turned to me and shook his head, and he said,
the Zap cannon is far too powerful to actually fire.
And I was just like, so I mean, that kind of lets you in on what Mixer is like. I mean, he's carrying around a weapon that is so powerful you can never actually fire it without destroying parts of the universe.
It's a fucking suicide gun.
It's more like a genocide gun, I think.
Well, but I mean, the person who shoots it also dies.
That's what they say.
What do you mean?
That's the legend.
I
don't know what that sound was.
A little bit of a Yoda sound there. I love Yoda. I mean, he's
Hero.
so fucking nice, dude.
You're pronouncing it sounds like with a D. I thought it was a G.
Well, it's a silent G.
I got ya.
Yeah, it's Yogda, but if it wasn't silent, it would sound like Yogda.
Right. I thought it was.
It's actually it's a G and a D, so the sound that it makes is a R. So it's Yoda.
Okay,
Really.
I've been saying yoga this whole time. Do you think he's offended?
No, not at all. I mean, hold on. Let me just. Fuck. Give me one sec. I'm gonna take my headphones off for a sec. Hey, man, what's up? No, I know. Listen, I just had a quick question for you. I'm recording a show right now, but yeah, I told you about it, the podcast that we do. Me and the DJ. Yes. I just wanted to know what I just want. Okay, hold on. I wanted to know how you pronounce your name. Really? Oh shit! I'm sorry.
What do you say?
Okay. All right. I gotta go, but I appreciate it. I'll call you back like right after this. All right. Bye. Okay, his
say?
the D is silent.
The D's silent. So was I?
It is yoga.
Yoga, huh? That's very good to know.
Yeah, that is. Sorry, I really needed to know before we continued.
Yeah. I mean, and we probably do need to continue. I wanna get on with the story. It's got to be killing the listeners. It's
Yeah, but that
very
was
suspenseful.
SPAI, super pertinent, awesome information. So how am I
Right.
supposed to pass that up?
Right. I mean, that's good to know. It's pretty embarrassing whenever you mispronounce someone's
I
name.
feel bad. I
Yeah.
had to apologize to him right
I
there.
heard that.
Yeah, but okay. All things aside, Zap Cannon, very powerful weapon.
Right.
Mixer has it. Says that it can't. Well, it shouldn't be fired because it
Which
is that
explains
dangerous.
why he's been using it like a baseball bat the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's good at it.
Yeah, it's
So what happens? What happens next?
well, we really didn't have too much of a plan, and I was like, well, we need to get at least away from this door so that we don't harm any of the squid people when this all goes down. So let's make our way through the city and see if we can find anything that's gonna, help us fight an oncoming horde of thousands of killer bounty hunting robots. And we kind of make our way down the temple steps and through the city, and it's just all eerily quiet, and there's nothing, there's no hustle and bustle, no people at all, and it's just dark and empty. And we kind of make our way past the Colosseum, and we kind of hear like a little bit of noise and stuff from there, and we like sneak inside and realize that in all the hustle and the rush to get underground and hide from the robots, that they forgot to unchain Squidgog, and he's been left behind in the Colosseum. The evil, previously thought to be evil monster that we were forced to fight our first day on the planet.
Go on.
So, I mean,
I'm dying here.
Don't die. I mean, I was just wondering if you had any comments at all.
Well, first comment is that a cat just flew in through the back bay door.
Right.
That was distracting.
Gotcha.
The second comment is that what happens next?
All right, I will continue. So we kind of, I kind of feel bad, even though this monster almost killed me. I kind of like go up to the cage and I'm like talking to it and like
You're not so bad after all, are you, boy?
puppy animal voice. Yeah, I'm like, hey there, guy. You okay? I'm like stick my hand through the cage and kind of pet his giant snout, and he like sticks his tongue out through the bars and just slurps me, and I'm like, oh, well, that's a universal sign that an animal is actually friendly with you.
Mm-hmm.
So we open up the cage and kind of let him out, and he's just jumping around. I think he was pretty happy to be let back loose, and Spark climbed up on his head and was kind of riding around. So that was fun. And we're like, well, at least we have a killer squid on our team now too. I don't know. I mean, we're just kind of walking around looking at shit, and I'm like, Mixer, whenever you were attacking us, we played music, and that's what made you friendly with us. I mean, will that work on all of the robots? And he kind of looks at me and he was like,
I don't think so. That seemed to be an anomaly. The new robots are built to resist those electrical impulses.
damn. But what about if we had like some kind of giant electric pulse? It wouldn't just be a CDJ or music like in my apartment, but what if we just had some powerful electrical force to to kind of fry their circuits. That's what always happens in movies and stuff. And he was like,
that might work.
so we kind of put our heads together and decided that the only place where we were going to have any electrical power to fry robots would be at the city's power plant. So we head that way.
Okay. Oh fuck, we have to take a break. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's go to music real quick, and then we'll be right back because I'm fucking freaking out now. I have no idea if you live or die, and it's making me a little nervous. So we will be right back.
I can hear the sickness close. It's drawing nearer every step that I take from being alone. The sickness is all I have left. I think I might be going insane.
Okay, E.T., come on. Electrical power plant. Speed it up. Come on.
So we start on our way towards the power plant, and it's, kind of like halfway across the city. It's a long walk, and I'm kind of out of shape, and I don't like long walks. So we're like walking, and pretty soon we start hearing just these noises, like loud explosions, and things start hitting the ground around us, and just like meteorites. And it turns out that the robots are starting to come for us, and they're just raining down on the planet like meteors, and crashing into the buildings and the ground, and exploding around us. They're like coming in too fast, and burning up and hitting the ground. And we're kind of like, we kind of stop, and we're like looking behind us at this giant cloud that we can see. It's just the whole sky is darkening with just robots. There must have been 10,000 of them.
Jesus.
And they just, the first few are raining down and making these huge craters and explosions. And then, like, as we watch, the next bunch of them start, like, catching on that they're coming in too fast, and they start, like, powering up their foot jets and coming down to the surface and landing. And they just start moving towards us, but they're, like, kind of moving slowly. Like, I mean, if you remember back, Mixer kind of wasn't working right either when we first landed. And he was, like, super slow, and that's why all these robots are. They're just kind of like zombies, and they start, like, marching towards us. And, they keep, once one saw us, too, then they started, like, coming down all around us. And we just took off running towards the power plant, and Mixer's hitting zombie robots with the zap cannon, like knocking their heads off, and I'm using my new knuckle duster and blasting them. And Spark's kind of riding on top of Squid Gog, and he's using tentacles to kind of knock some out of the way, and we're just rushing as fast as we can through these robots trying to get to the power plant. And we finally get there. We kind of go inside, and we're like looking around, and it didn't really seem like any power plant. Like, I mean, I was relying on Mixer for the technology for the most part, and we couldn't quite figure it out at first. And there was just this giant room with not much in it, control boards and stuff around the outside, and then it was like a giant dome with this metal rod going down through the center of it and into the earth. And when we got in there, Mixer kind of realized what it was, and he says,
"This is an electromagnetic power plant. The entire planet is a magnet."
Finally, it made sense. Their power plant really wasn't, they weren't burning coal or fossil fuels or anything like that, and it wasn't a dark energy reactor like we have in our ship. It was just
harnessing the power of electromagnetic pulls.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
And the magnetic core of their planet. And we were like, this is pretty awesome. And Mixer goes over to the controls and he starts working on stuff and trying to get it set up so that we can just blast all the power out of the power plant and fry these robots. I mean, at this point, they've all come down out of the sky and they're just moving towards us, and they're trying to bust down the doors and stuff. And, Spark's still on top of Squidgog. They're trying to man one of the doors, and I'm shooting the knuckle duster out through one of the others, trying to take out as many robots as we can and hold them off while Mixer can get everything ready. And he's kind of in admittedly dramatic style. He sets up some of the DJ gear to trigger it. And, he kind of motions to me that it's time. We're ready. It's all set up and we're going to fry these robots. And I step up to the CDJ and there's this track, one of the CDs that's one of my, it was an unfinished track. It's still a demo, but it was a song called Arrogance. And, the CD was sitting there. I put it in the CDJ and I hit play and everything just goes dark. And, the whole city shuts down. We're plunged into darkness, and Mixer just kind of, looks at me. I can see his eyes glowing in the dark, as well as all the red evil robot eyes coming in to the room to get us. And he's just like,
"We must have blown a fuse."
and I'm like, shit, man, what are we going to do now?
I mean, that's a pretty big fuse to be blowing.
I mean, apparently power plants are kind of, I don't know, set up to safeguard against blasting all their electric out into the city.
I feel like that makes sense, but at the same time, I mean, come on, guys. You can't make the system, fix it up so that it's prepared for
robot
an interstellar battle.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't,
That's what I was thinking.
Staircase wit.
Yeah, for sure. Is it time for a break, or should I go on?
Oh, you should go on, for sure.
For sure?
Yeah.
All right. Well, these robots, they're coming in, and I see, I can barely see anything, but as more and more of them start pouring in and coming towards us, their red glow from their eyes starts to light up the room, and I can see, I see in one corner Spark on top of Squidgog, and they just swarm up on him, and I see Spark go flying and hit the wall, and he's laying there, and then they come towards Mixer, and they start, kind of piling up, and he's swinging the zap cannon, trying to knock them all away from us. And I realized, I was like, wait a minute, what can we do anything to power this back up? Can we use that gun? And Mixer kind of looks at me, and he's like,
that might work.
And we kind of go to the center of the room where all of the equipment and the wires go down into the earth to attach to the magnets. And Mixer kind of starts setting up the zap cannon so that it's pointed into the ground, and we're gonna like use this to overpower the planet, I guess. And you know, Mixer's got it kind of set up, and he's ready to pull the trigger, and I'm trying to shoot robots and keep them away from him, you know, but they finally just, there's so many of them, they start pulling Mixer down and just start shredding him with their like robot claws. And I realize that it's now or never, and I kind of sneak behind these robots that are piling onto Mixer and crawl up these wires to where the zap cannon is, and I wrap my hand around the handle of it and pull the trigger. And whenever you fire the zap cannon, it's probably one of the most incredible things that anybody could ever experience. It's kind of like whenever we energy jumped in our ship, and you kind of open a small pathway and jump through the dark energy of the universe.
Yeah.
Well, the zap cannon is, instead of propelling you through the universe, it takes all of the universe behind it and pulls it through the gun. And I mean, my hands were burning, and everything just kind of becomes this bright blue color, and you can't see anything, you know, and it's just, I don't know how else to explain it. It's just forces the universe through your hands and down into the ground of this planet. And I started to black out, but the last thing I heard was the sound of arrogance of this techno track that I wrote start playing through the ground of the planet. And then I blacked out.
Were you drunk?
No, I think that the firing the zap cannon is apparently an incredibly stressful thing for
for a typical human like you.
Yeah, anybody that's not a intergalactic warlord or a killer robot, I guess.
I mean, we can't all be heroes or robots. You know, some of us just have to be people. Am I wrong?
No, I think you're correct. I just don't know what else to say. I'm thinking about when it happened. It's incredibly.
You're obviously in
powerful.
some sort of shock. Give it a little bit. Let's take a quick break. Let's play some music. Hopefully that'll jolt you back in, but your eyes are kind of like glazing over for a bit. So let's hear. We will be right back with the show, guys. Sorry about this.
recovered. I
all
think
right?
I've got my bearings. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Got a zap energy here. Some time to cool off.
Okay.
And I mean, if it was a movie, it could probably end there at that dramatic point.
And then you could make a sequel and make more money.
That's a good idea.
It is a good idea, isn't it?
Huh.
But
Well, I mean,
we're not like that though.
No, of course not. I mean, you could probably piece together what happened. We used the planet and the magnets and fried all the robots. I kind of wake up and there's, Mixer's pretty damaged. But apparently he was smart enough to, safeguard himself against the magnetic blast that we were planning on letting loose. It apparently damaged him some. He was kind of torn apart a bit from the robots too, but there's just robot shells laying all over the room and all over the planet, really. At least the city. And Mixer kind of looks up at me and just barely able to talk. He gave me a slight, "We did it, man." And I kind of picked up his claw and was like, "We're gonna repair you," and of course we did. I mean, he's here now.
That's correct.
Yeah. And, of course Spark survived as well. A little bit of a concussion, I guess, but he's pretty good at the rebounding back. And then all of the squid people kind of piled back out of their underground bunker and I was once again a celebrated hero on their planet, and the celebrations and tentacle love commenced.
There it is.
Anything I'm missing on the wrap up? I think that's it.
That's the story, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how I got into outer space and
now we're here.
Yeah, that's how we, I decided to stay. I decided that the squid planet of Everidge was awesome, and that I would take my music to the universe, kind of forget about Earth for a while, and just, tour around, play different planets, teach alien women to love.
Yeah. And I mean, you do that all day anyway, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much my hobby now.
Yeah.
Well,
Shit,
not
man.
hobby, career.
Fuck. I mean, you're making a ton of money teaching squid people how to love.
That I do for free.
Oh, okay. Well, look, let's I mean, if that's it, that's the whole story. That's it? I thought the show was going to be like 50 episodes or something.
Well, we started out, we thought it was going to be like 30 minutes. Then we thought it was going to be 30 episodes. So I think 6 is a good wrap up for that.
So wait, that's the whole show?
Well, no, we'll be back next week with what we planned on doing from the start, talking about music and techno and normal
podcasty
broadcast.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
All right, yeah.
It's not going to be story time with E.T. every episode.
Okay.
That was incredibly stressful. I don't want to talk nonstop every episode. Good
I would
Lord.
imagine. Well, let's
surprised
fucking
people are still listening.
I'm glad they are.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's fucking let's do it. Let's plug it. Guys, if you like the show, you want to hear more, we got a great season lined up for you, I guess. I didn't even know, but it's going to be awesome. We're going to be talking about techno music, talking about life in space, talking about, cookies and shit. The TechnoPod, the awe-inspiring intergalactic adventures of E.T., you can get it on iTunes, and you can get it downloaded automatically to your computer every day that it's released. That sounds pretty good. But for those of you that hate iTunes, like me, and just want a place that you could either stream it or download it directly into your MP3 player, you can go straight to soundcloud.com, type in the TechnoPod, it'll come up, I promise, and just download it there or listen to it in your browser while you're watching porn. Listen to our svelte voices. And do not forget, if you use iTunes and you are supporting Apple, why don't you support us? Go ahead and go on iTunes, go to our show, give us a 5-star review. A 5-star review. That will help you feel better about yourself because you're helping someone else, and that'll help us by helping us climb the ladder of the other horrible podcasts out there, and eventually we'll come to the top. And you know who we'll have to thank when we're at the plinth of all fame and fortune? We'll have to thank you. So 5 stars, guys. E.T.?
That's right, guys. And if you like webcomics and stuff, I still have to plug Ryan Clausen, even though he's covered my computer in maple syrup.
Of course.
He still makes a great webcomic called City Folk. So you can find him. You can also find everything you need TechnoPod. We're on all the social networks. We have Facebook, a Tumblr. We're both on Twitter, at ElectricType, at Typewriter, and of course, the TechnoPod.com. And if none of that is good enough for you and you want to talk to us or message us, send us letters directly, you can go old school and just use email, thetechnopod@gmail.com. You can send us, questions, comments, concerns, dirty pictures to add to our collection.
Crayon drawings.
I love those.
Those are amazing. Absolutely amazing.
All of that to the technopod@gmail.com. And I mean, if you just want to do more than email or iTunes review, there's a donation button on there. You could send us $1,000 if you want. It'd be fantastic. I think we'd be able to buy some food for Spark and stuff.
Yeah,
and
that costs a lot.
Yeah.
And guys, don't forget, all of the music in this episode is made, composed, created, formed by none other than Intergalactic DJ. It's ElectricType, the guy that's right here sitting in front of me. All of the stuff is on his album Zap Cannon. And you know what? It's fucking episode 6 already, and the album has been out since 1. So if you're not planning on getting it, or if you haven't gotten it, then get the fuck out of here. Don't really leave, but you should get the album. It's a great album. Exactly. Now you know the story. It's a concept album. Now you could listen to the story through music. What? That is amazing. Where can I get this? Of course, you can get it by going to official electrictype.com. That's not OFISHEL. That's OFFICIAL. Official, not O-fish-L. Okay? Official electrictype.com. Zap Cannon. Get the album. It is fucking great, as you can hear on the show. I think...
Holy crap, that's a lot of plugs.
That's so many plugs. I think we're done. We need to just leave. I think.
I need to go clean my computer.
I need to go clean my penis, so that's perfect. We'll do both of them at the same time in front of each other.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
To clean my keyboard, would that work?
Yeah, of course.
Let's try that.
Guys, thanks for tuning in to the full origin story of the TechnoPod, the awe-inspiring intergalactic adventures of ElectricType and Typewriter. We hope that we'll see you guys at episode 7, and at 8, and at 9, etc. Until then, have a good night.
Bye.
Bye!
Ending show recording, configuring music.
I would never have come down from my atmospheric home. Lest I found the truth and sound, aware of everything I know. Only God can help me now. I sit so lonely and low, wearing this demonic crown. This is me, I am alone. no fight. I can feel the supernova's bite. I am stuck in endless flight. I have nothing left to find. Left to find. Left to find. Left to find. Left to beneath this universe of trees. I am but a crumbling leaf. Life is in this rift of thieves. Help me please, I need your hand. Take my hand, lead me to land where I can finally plant my feet. I need a place to take a seat. And you were there when I was dead. And I remember what you said. In me I've left no fight. I can feel the supernova's bite. I am stuck in endless flight. I have nothing left to find. 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 I can only hear my heart. A beat is not a half bad start. But I just do not want this life. Take it please and answer mine. I will demolecularize into an atomic light and come back in the valence light. I am the electric type. You do not know what it's like being cloaked and not paid mine. All these things that I have done under this red burning sun could not be told in one tale. So this life will still prevail. I will ride until I bleed, until my hands give way to greed. And I will have this endless sleep as I float so endlessly. In me I've left no fight. I can feel the supernova's bite. I am stuck in endless flight. I have nothing left to find.
Thank you for listening. This has been a broadcast of the TechnoPod Studios.
Dear God of the cosmos, relieve me of this horrible grudge!
Do not forget to visit thetechnopod.com. Ending transmission.